All right. I'm live. All right, so let's see if, oh, the thing is here. Ooh, that's gonna be complicated for the messages. All right. Hello, everyone. Is anybody here? Hello. Hi. Hello, how are you, Ala? Nice to see some of you guys here. Hello, Mohammed. Who else is here, guys? Hello, Koke. All right, who else is here, guys? Just say hello, hi. Oh, very nice. Hello, hi, guys. How are you doing? All right, we've got quite a few people already. That's great. Awesome. Hello, Abdullah. Hello, Sarah. Hi, everyone. Hello, Faisal. All right, so many people. That's exciting. Oh, your first time watching live from Korea. Oh, awesome. Very good. South Africa. Wow, from everywhere. So how are you doing, guys? How was your week? Did you have a good week? Was it long? Was it challenging? Was it fun? How was your week? Hello, Samir. Hi from India. Ah, two of you from India. Tiring week, yep, okay. A long week. I'm good. It's been a slightly stressful week, but overall pretty okay. All right, okay, cool, guys. So, I've got a few little questions for you before we get started on conditionals, okay? Today we're going to cover type 0, 1, 2, 3, and mixed. So, quite a few conditionals to cover. Hi Zaid, thank you for watching my videos, thank you. Alright guys, so I'd like you to tell me about your favorite movie. What is your favorite movie? I'm drinking tea. Tea, it's actually English breakfast. So it's just some kind of black tea, well, English breakfast, and with a little bit of milk as well. Alright, so I'll start and tell you guys about my favorite movie. So I think my favorite movie is Memoirs of a Geisha, and so it tells the story of that one particular geisha, and I think, if I remember, it's set around World War II. I really like it, and you see all of the awesome costume and the decors. It's a really cool movie. So how about you guys? Let's have a look. Scarlet Letter. Okay. Memories of Africa. Drive. Yes, I have watched Drive. It's with Ryan Gosling, right? Bollywood movies. Okay. Very cool. Titanic. Oh, I can't watch Titanic. I just cry too much all the time. What else do you guys like? Anything else? Shooter. I don't know that one. The Italian Job as well. All right, lots of cool movies. Very nice. Very, very nice. So you like comedy movies. Okay. So this is what we call a genre. Genre. So comedy, fantasy, thriller, horror. What is your favorite genre? I am a big fan, like you guys know, of fantasy and sci-fi. Exactly, Hamza. Genre. It's actually a French word. That's why it sounds a little bit funny. So yeah, Ashush, I like fantasy and sci-fi, but I'm also pretty keen on romantic comedies, just like Sarah. Documentaries, comedy movies, very good. Action movies as well. All right, very good, guys. Awesome. Now, I would like you to tell me about a place that you absolutely want to visit before you die. I have two. I really want to go to Japan, and I really want to go to South Korea as well, because I really like Asian dramas, so Korean dramas, Japanese dramas, and the culture just sounds really fun, and I would love to visit those countries and experience that culture. The US, okay, very nice. What countries? Australia, good, that's a fun one as well. Iceland, USA. Hi from Italy, hello. New Zealand, okay. Any other places? Thailand, very cool. So yeah, Koke, be careful, in English it's Thailand, not Thailandia. The Maldives, ooh, that is a good one, very good. The UK, you want to see snow. All right, good. Turkey. Ooh, I'm not having coffee, Ashush, I'm having tea. All right, you'd like to visit France, Italy, Canada. All right, Muhammad, I want to visit any place in the world, really. Those are probably my 2 top priorities, but I'd love to discover every single country. I'd really like that. Have you been to Dubai? Nope, not at all. Never. Is it black tea? It's black tea. It's English breakfast. That's the name of the tea. English breakfast. Australia, America, the UK. All right. Lots of cool countries, lots of cool destinations. All right. Okay. Shall we start? Should we start with the conditionals, guys? I'm sorry, it seems like my connection is really bad again. I live in the old part of town, and that's why the connection is so bad. And that's also why I'm not using my laptop and why I cannot write. But I have a solution. So remember how bad my board was last time? Well, I've decided to use little sticky things to show you the grammar. All right, let's start. Ooh, my board just fell. Okay. So, let's start with type 0. Type 0. Ooh, bad connection again. So I said, guys, let's start with type 0. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the structure on my board, and then I will show you, I will tell you an example, and it will be your turn to tell me an example. Ready? Okay, so how do we start any type of conditional? How do we start any conditional, guys? With if. So this is going to be the first part of my conditional. So let's write the type first. Okay, let's go. Hop. Can you see? I'm gonna have to stand up. So let's go with type 0. Oop, is it straight? Yep. Okay, so we said my first part is going to be if. After if, I'm going to use the present simple. Present simple. So this is the first half of my sentence. Then I'm going to have a comma, and again I'm going to use the present simple. Okay? So now, when do we use this conditional? We're going to use it for things that are generally true. So general truth, also for facts. For example, if you heat water at 100 degrees, it boils. Okay? If you heat water at 100 degrees, it boils. So this, in this case, is a scientific fact or a general truth. Okay? Can you guys now give me an example of this type of conditional? Write it down. I'll check them in a second. I know my internet connection is so bad, guys. If it rains, the earth gets wet. Very good, Hamza. If I study English every day, I get confident in no time. That last one, oops, sorry, big finger. So, Pasquale, be careful with yours. It would actually be better to use a different conditional type for the sentence that you used. It would be better to use type 1. So we'll have a look in a second. If you eat a lot, you gain weight. Not get, gain weight. Okay? Hop. Feeling pretty confident about this one? Should we go on to the next type? Ashuj, this is correct, but this is not a type 0. You used a future here. Doesn't work. Okay, if you eat a lot, you get fatter. Okay, that can work. Next one, let's have a look at type 1. So let's remove everything. Hop, well, actually, I'm going to leave if, and I'm going to leave present simple again on the first half of my sentence. Up, be careful. Aline, this is not type 0. You wrote type 1. So, type 1. Let's see. So again, we start with if, then we go on to present simple, my comma, and then I am going to use will. Will. And we use this conditional for things that are very likely to happen. You can't say that it's 100% sure because the future can always change. So this is why it's not 100% sure, but it's very likely to happen. For example, very typical, if I study hard, I will pass my exams. Okay, logically, if you study, you should pass your exams, right? So this is very likely to happen. If I study hard, I will pass my exam. All right, your examples, guys. If you come here to India, I will meet you. Absolutely. What else do we have? Oh, big finger again. If I see you, I'll be happy. Very good, Hashem. If I visit the Maldives, I will see beautiful islands. Great. If I drink too much, I will get drunk. Yep. Don't drink too much, Pasquale. If I'm late, I will call. Very good, guys. You've got it. Perfect. So, should we have a look at type number 2? Type 2. Bad again. All right. So, I should say, if you marry me, I will be happy. Alright guys, I'm sorry. I keep seeing the little thing that says there's bad connection. How bad is it? How bad? Can you see what I'm doing, or does it keep stopping all the time? Is it decent? Yes, no? Alright, well, let's go on with type 2. Alright, so I'm going to remove. Oop, I think it disconnected for a second. So we go on to type 2. Let's see. So type 2 is the type that you will most likely hear in songs. For example, Beyonce, if I were a boy. This is a type 2 conditional. Alright, so for my type 2, again, I'm going to start with if, because you always start with if. Actually, not always, but that will be for another lesson. Oh, my sticky tack. Yes, this, guys, it's called sticky tack. Sticky, because it sticks. All right. Oh, got something in my eye. All right. If, then, let me check which paper. The next thing is going to be the past simple. Ta-da! If plus past simple, that's my first half. Okay, then comma. Where is it? Where is it? Right. Next one is okay. So, if past simple would, we use this particular conditional to express or to refer to things that are probably not going to happen. It's very unlikely. So, for example, winning the lottery. I'm probably not going to win the lottery. So I should say, if I won the lottery, I would travel the world. Okay? If I won, that's the past, the lottery, I would travel the world. Okay? Now be careful if you use the verb to be here. With I, you should also say were and not was. For example, if I were rich, I would give more money to charity. Okay? If I were, I would give charity. Now, you will hear many native speakers say if I was. It's an accepted mistake, but really you should say if I were. All right, guys, your turn with examples. Ooh, big finger. Let's see. If I went there, accidents would not happen. Okay, so I should be careful. Happen should be a base verb. What does that mean? It means the infinitive without to, not the past participle. Okay? If I missed the train, I wouldn't visit my sister. Okay, that works. It's not really unlikely to happen though. If I were rich, so be careful, Pasquale. Rich is R-I-C-H. Reach, the way you spelt it, means something else. If I had a lot of money, I would buy a big house. Wonderful. Ingwa. If I were an ostrich, okay, I would not be able to fly. I like that example. That's very good. If I had money, I would visit New York. Very good, guys. Perfect. If I had a good idea about business, I would be a successful businessman. Good job. All right. So we are now going to have a look at type 3, but we are also going to have a look at the mixed type together because it's very similar to type 3. A few more examples. If I were an athlete, I would be happy. Great. And which sport would you like to be good at, Leila? Which sport? All right. Next ones. Let's do it. So let's remove our type 2. We're going to keep the if. If I were you, I would marry her. Actually, this is a great point, Nabiel. I forgot to mention that. The second conditional is also very oftenly used for advice. Okay, if I were you, I would do this and that. And I actually have a little exercise prepared to practice that. Okay? Wait, somebody just asked a question. Tell me the difference between use of I were and I had. Had focuses on possession. I were is a state. So either a state or it could be an emotion as well. So the meaning is quite different, okay? If I had money, I possess money. But if I were happy, that is how I feel or how I am. Okay? All right, so let's go. Let's continue. We said type 3 up. A little bit of sticky tack. Okay, so type 3, again, we start with if, the same. And then, tick, 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 tick. Be careful, we completely change tense. We are going on to the past perfect. Past perfect. Hopla. If plus past perfect. If you have a doubt when forming tenses, actually, I will write a link in the description of this live later to a blog post that I have on my blog, which is www.mylittleenglishpage.com, where I have created an entire board explaining how to form each tense. And so for the perfect, if it says perfect in it, you always need to add the auxiliary have in that tense. So here would be had plus your verb in past participle. For example, had done, had studied, had jumped. Okay? So if plus past perfect, and then, a second. Oh, so can we see it's a difference in the second half, my second clause, and here. Okay? So, should I do it like this? Yeah, that works like that. Can you see? Alright, so if plus past perfect followed by would have. And after have, you are going to use the verb in past participle. Okay? I prefer like that. Okay. So now, when do we use this type? So we use it for things that happened in the past and that would have had an impact on the past. And it cannot be changed. Let me show you an example. If I hadn't committed a crime, okay? If I hadn't committed a crime, I wouldn't have gone to jail last year. So see how everything is related to the past. It's a hypothetical situation in the past with consequences on the past that cannot be changed. Yes? Tell me if you need me to repeat one more time. Let me read my example again. If I hadn't committed a crime, I wouldn't have gone to jail last year. My example is in negative. It doesn't have to be negative, okay? If I had studied harder, I would have passed my exam yesterday, okay? This is not negative. All right, so go on, guys. Give me your example now. So let's see. Any examples, guys? If you had studied hard, you would have passed. Good. Late advice. Exactly. It implies that you have not studied. If these ideas had come before, I would not have made a mistake. This is a collocation. You make a mistake. If I hadn't worked, Naviel worked with ed. That's how you form the past perfect. So what was your sentence? If I hadn't worked hard, I wouldn't have got a good position. Great. So if I had married my husband, I would have been happy. Good. So be careful, Koke. Your first half, you put it in present perfect. If I had in the past, not have, had. I think, yeah, Ashush, be careful. Your sentence is incorrect. If I had been near you, I would have had your tea, okay? You need to make sure that you have the past perfect, would have, plus your verb in past participle. So, if I had learned YouTube usage earlier, I would have contacted you a little earlier. Very good. If I hadn't met here, I wouldn't have married. Hashem, your sentence is not 100% correct. Can you try to rephrase it differently? If I had proposed to you, I would have married you. Maybe not. You still need to wait for my approval. Okay. Her. Okay, if I hadn't met her, I wouldn't have married her. Okay, much better. Perfect. Woo. Okay, so more or less okay with type 3, guys. If I had gotten money, I would have bought a new car. If I had got money. Yeah, that works. Thanks. If I had okay. Pasquale, let me check. If I hadn't a good job. All right, your negative needs to be added onto the first auxiliary. So if I hadn't had, not if I hadn't. Okay, anything you need to add, whether it's the negative, the question, it will always, everything will always go on the auxiliary. So if I hadn't had a good job, I wouldn't have had enough money to live. Leila, if I went to Spain, I would have never returned. This is not exactly the same. Okay, so more or less we've got it, guys. Let me just add the mixed type because you'll see how similar it is. Okay, so my mixed type paper right here. Can you see underneath? Yeah, you can see. So mixed type. Okay. So again, I am going to start with if because it's a conditional. Like I mentioned before, guys, some conditionals can start differently, but this is a little bit more advanced. We'll have a look at that another day. All right, if, again, so the mixed type is a mix of type 2 and type 3. So we're going to take the first half of type 3. So that means we're going to repeat past perfect. Whoop. Right here. Okay. Oh, we can see. Let me move a little bit. And on the other half, we are just going to use would. See how similar it is? The only difference is that little bit here. So when do I use my mixed type? So the meaning is very similar to this one. This one we said hypothetical situation, action in the past that had consequences on the past and cannot be changed, right? This is hypothetical situation, action, event in the past that has an impact on the present. Impact on the present. Big difference. Impact on the past, impact on the present. For example, if I had done my homework on time, I wouldn't be grounded today. Right? Let me show you now again with the jail example here. I said, if I hadn't committed a crime, I wouldn't have gone to jail last year. Here, I could say, if I hadn't committed a crime, the same so far, I wouldn't be in jail today. Okay? So in this one, I was in jail a year ago. But in this one, I'm in jail today. Okay? Impact on the past, impact on the present. Let's have a look at your examples now. If I had not learned from your channel, I would have made a lot of mistakes in English. So, Shamu Garage, this, what you did is type 3. Can you try to give me a mixed type now? If I hadn't watched your lesson, I wouldn't learn English. Okay, I wouldn't know this grammar, for example, would work better, I think. Okay, what else? More examples. If I had not joined your live, I would not get better at English. Good. Okay, so, of course, there's about a million, well, I'm exaggerating, but there are many mixed types. Sometimes you can change the modal, okay? You could use might, for example. You could be using some kind of continuous afterwards as well. So the sentence that you used, for example, Abdullah, to show you a different example of a mix. If I hadn't watched your lesson, I wouldn't be learning English, okay? So see how there's different mixed type. This one is just a mix of 2, well, it's gone, and 3, okay? It's a mix of 2 and 3, this one. So, oh, I'm sorry, my hand keeps going in front of the screen. So, sorry teacher, okay. I'm sorry, Aline, see you soon. Can you give me a few more examples? Just to see that you really got it? Very good, Shamugaraj. If I had not met you, I wouldn't be struggling in English every day, or even today. Again, this is a slightly different one to this one, but it's absolutely fine. Very good. What else? If I hadn't driven home, if I hadn't driven fast, I would be home. Maybe I wouldn't be home would be more logical, but you shouldn't drive too fast. Be careful. But if I hadn't studied English, if I hadn't studied enough, I wouldn't learn English. I wouldn't know English. Okay, just with learn, it just sounds a bit strange because learning is a process, so it just sounds better in continuous in general. Oh, Hamza, I'm sorry. Oh. Read my okay, so Koke, just 1 second. Where are you? Where are you? If I had started work before, I would be retired. Very good. I would be retired. Oh, don't talk about retirement. Mine is in such a long time. If Moroccans had worked hard, they would be the winners now. Very good. If I hadn't reached the train, I wouldn't... Okay, Nabiel, I'm a bit confused by your sentence. If I hadn't reached the train, maybe catch the train, I wouldn't... Okay, I get it. Your sentence would be better is in a type 3, Nabiel. If I hadn't catch the train, I wouldn't have got the position or the job today. Okay? It's not the best in mixed. Yours should be a type 3. Okay? If I hadn't driven fast, I would be home rather than being caught by the police. Okay, much better. Okay, guys. Oh, somebody said go back, teacher. Hashem, what do you need me to re-explain? Hi, Yashush. Alright, so before we go on to a few practice activities, have you got any doubts or anything that you'd like me to explain again? Anything that you'd like me to re-explain? Hashem, there's so many comments right now. Go back, teacher. Sorry again with my big hand. If I hadn't seen you, I would have cried a lot. All right, Ashem, your sentence is correct, but which type did you form? If I hadn't seen you, I would have cried a lot. What conditional type is this, guys? Let me... Okay, so can you guys tell me what that type was? Exactly, Hamza. That was a type 3, not a mix. Good. I'm sorry, Hashem, I can't find it. Can you type it again then? Do you mind typing it again, please? This is my official live mug. It's a mug that my students gave me as a present, as a goodbye present. So it's an important mug. If I had a choice, I would have done this activity. If I had a choice, that is just a past simple, Ashush. Okay? Yes, guys, it is a type 3. Tell us when to drop if. What do you mean by drop? Do you mean replace it by something else? Because you cannot drop it. You cannot drop it. There's some techniques where you don't start the sentence with if, for example, with inversion. Had I not committed the crime, I wouldn't have gone to jail. But you never drop the if. Now, in type 0 conditional, you can replace if by when. That is possible. Okay? All right, let me put that down. Okay, so let me just see if any of you are confused. If I hadn't eaten too much, I wouldn't be fat today. Good. The difference between 3 and mix. Okay. So, type 3 is about something hypothetical in the past that has an impact on the past. Okay? Very often it's used for regrets as well. Like the example I gave you, if I hadn't committed a crime, I wouldn't have gone to jail last year. This is a regret, okay? The problem is mixed type is also expresses some kind of regret, but the regret or the whole conditional has an impact on today, on the present, okay? If I had gone to the doctor, I would have medicine today. See how the impact is on today, whereas in number 3, type 3, the impact is on the past. Okay, guys? And Hamza, that is not correct. You can't say meet you, I would be happy. You need to have if in this case. Okay? All right. Should we practice a little bit? Okay. We're going to start. I'm going to read you some sentences, some conditional sentences, and I'd like you to tell me what type it is. Ready? Okay. If I were rich, I would donate to charity. If I were rich, I would donate to charity. What conditional type is it? All right. Okay, so we have some people starting to answer. Let me repeat it one more time. If I were rich, I would donate to charity. The would can be contracted. I could say, if I were rich, I'd donate to charity. Okay, very good, guys. It's a type 2. Yay! Wonderful. Okay, next one. Paul would have come to the party if you had invited him. Or did you see what I did in this sentence? So let me show you. So I'm not saying it's a type 3 or a mix, but see how there's one half here and another half here? I have switched them in my sentence. So let me repeat one more time. Paul would have come to the party if you had invited him. What type is that? Okay, so we have Khalid and Nabil that answered. All right, so it is a mixed type, guys. It is a mixed type. Very good. Now, let me go back on something very quickly. Hamza, what I mentioned is this is not dropping the if. Well, okay, it is dropping the if, but this is called inversion. It's a specific technique. It's quite advanced, okay? So in this case, you can do it, but I'd like to cover that in a different lesson. And for now, just focus on 0, 1, 2, 3 and this particular mixed type, if that is okay. All right, we'll see that another day. So very good, guys. This was a mixed type. All right, another one. If my sister studies hard, she'll pass her exam. Okay, so what is that? If my sister studies hard, she'll pass her exams. So I'm speaking a little bit faster. All right, okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Very easy, guys. Awesome. Boop, 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 boop. All right, last one, and then we do another activity. Elena would eat more vegetable if she knew how to cook them. Elena would eat more vegetables if she knew how to cook them. Piece of cake, yay. All right. Okay, Hamza, that is too easy for you. Good job. It is a type 2. Great, guys. Ooh, Khalil, did you hear what I said? I used would, so it's impossible to be a type 0 because type 0 uses the present simple. Okay? Very good, type 2, guys. Very good, very good. Okay, perfect. So you feel more or less comfortable identifying types of conditionals. Now, which activity are we going to do? Okay, I'm going to give you some problems, okay? For example, I have a live video in 2 minutes and I have spilled my coffee all over me. What should I do? So in this case, you should reply saying, if I were you, I would, and you give me a piece of advice, okay? Do you understand the game? Oh, don't worry, Khalil. There's no stupid answer. No. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kakim. My internet, it's my connection. My connection is really bad. And there's literally nothing I can do about that. I'm very, very sorry. You can always rewatch the video later on and check the little passages that you've missed because of my connection. I'm sorry. Okay, so let me explain one more time and then we start. I'm going to give you a problem and you have to give me a solution to the problem using a conditional type 2 sentence. Ready? Let's go. I got in a fight with my sister last night. What should I do? So give me some advice. If I were you, I would advise. Let's see who has the best piece of advice. Did you notice? I said piece of advice. Advice is uncountable. No S. If I were you, I would apologize. Okay, but I don't want to apologize. I don't actually have a sister, okay? But, okay, give me a different piece of advice. If I were you, I would kiss her to see the joy on her. Okay. What else? Other pieces of advice. What else can you tell me? Nothing? If I were you, I would have smacked her head. No, you shouldn't fight between siblings. If I were you, first I would take revenge on her by jokingly apologize. Okay, yeah. There's a few little mistakes in there, I should. So if I were you, I would first take revenge on her by joking and then apologize to her. Okay, if I were you, I would run away. Okay, good. All right, let's have a look at another problem. My car broke down in the middle of the motorway. Motorway. Motorway is the British word for highway, which is the American word. Okay? Some people suggest giving my sister a gift. Good. Ignore her. No, that's not nice. Okay, so my car broke down in the middle of the motorway. What should I do? Tell me, guys, what can I do? No suggestions? If I were you, I would call the traffic police. Okay. Could call a tow truck as well to pick up my car. So, Alain, that's good, but can you put it in a full sentence? Okay, if I were you, I would buy a new car. Wonderful, very good. If I were you, you would repair it for me. That's very sweet. You would request a truck. Yeah, a tow truck. Very good. Like Hamza mentioned. Okay, any other suggestions on what I could do? My car broke down in the middle of the motorway. What should I do? If I were you, I would call my mechanic. Yep. If I were you, I would call your father. Yep. Fathers usually know what to do in these situations. If I were you, I would call a taxi. Okay, perfect, guys. Very good. So, if I were you, I would call Hamza. I like it. Awesome. All right, guys, let's go on to our third activity. This is just to get a little bit talking and chatting using some conditionals. I've tried to use a mix, but most of them are second conditional because it is a very common conditional. So I'm just going to start a conditional and I want you guys to finish it, okay? For example, if I had more time, I would. If I had more time, I would. What would you do? So Hamza, if you had more time, you would travel more. Very good. What else? What else would you guys do? If I had more time, I would sleep. Okay. If I had more time, I would watch a lot of English of yours. I think, Pasquale, it would be better to say I would watch a lot of your English videos. If I had more time, I would learn at least 3 languages, or 3 languages at least. Ooh, what languages, Hashem? Which languages would you like to learn? So if I had more time, I would be with my beloved. I would follow all your lessons. Good. If I had more time, okay, I would go to the cinema. If I had more time, I would help others a little bit more. Very good, guys. Perfect. Let's do another one. Okay, we're changing the type of conditional. If I hadn't met my best friend, So in this case, you're free to choose a type 3 or a mixed. Turkish, Spanish, and Pasquale, Hashem. All right. Basically, I think it's Pasquale, no? Sorry, basically, okay. All right, so let's complete this sentence, guys. If I hadn't met my best friend, I would be a successful person now. Oh, does that mean your best friend prevented you from becoming a successful person? Or did you forget to put the negative in your sentence, Hamza? Oh. All right. Okay, more examples, guys. Let's see. How did your best friend affect your life? If I hadn't met, ¿ok? One E, otherwise it's the present. If I hadn't met my best friend, I would have married. Guys, you seem to have bad best friends. Okay, Naviel, if I hadn't met my best friend, I wouldn't succeed in my job, okay? I wouldn't be more flexible. If I hadn't met my best friend, I would not be more flexible. I'm not sure I understand your sentence, Hashem. Could you try to rephrase it, please? I wouldn't have, Pasquale. I wouldn't have a close friend now. So, Koke, let me check your sentence. If I hadn't met is on the met word that you have an extra E. I wouldn't have married, okay? Khalid! Is your best friend bad as well? If I hadn't met my best friend, I wouldn't be studying in South Africa now. It's a good motive to study. All right, okay. Should we do another sentence then? Ooh, if I had not found your video, oh, that's a different one. Okay. I would have listened to romantic Hindi songs. Okay. I wouldn't be jumping with joy now, Hashem. Good. I know conditionals are tricky, aren't they, Pasquale? I know. Okay, one more, another type of conditional. If I go out tonight, I will. If I go out tonight, I will. What will you do? Now, Koke, you still need the past perfect. If I hadn't met, but the met is correct now. So if I go out tonight, Hamza said, I will be happy. Good. Commit a crime? No, you shouldn't. So if I go out tonight, I will have dinner. Naviel, be careful. Where are you from, Naviel? Are you Spanish? Because this is quite a typical Spanish mistake as well. Dinner, lunch, breakfast, you don't say before, okay? So if I go out tonight, I will have lunch. Egypt, nice. Well, you make a similar mistake to my students in class here, which is to put an article before a meal. Nope. You will do it though with, for example, a drink. I will have a drink. In this case, yes. But if it's the name of a meal, okay. If I go out tonight, I will bring you dinner, okay? I will go shopping. I will get drunk. Be careful, not too much. Tomorrow morning will be difficult otherwise. All right. Good, guys. Perfect. Well, I think you guys all did pretty well. Do you have any last minute questions or anything that you'd like me to re-explain one more time? Contemplate the sky, Hashem. Nice. Well, at night? Oh yeah, the stars, of course. Khalid will have fun. If the weather is good, I'll go for a walk. Wonderful. Alright guys, no more questions? You feel more or less comfortable with this? So remember, if you struggle a little bit with the tenses, because you know, mix of present simple and then the past simple and the present perfect and past perfect and all those tenses, if you struggle with them, go check out in like 10-15 minutes the description of this video. I will put the link to a document that you can just click on and download for free. And that way it should be pretty clear in the way it explains how to form the tenses, which will hopefully help you form your tenses, guys. All right, so let's just chit chat a little bit before we go. Tell me a little bit about your weekend. What are you doing this weekend? So I'll start with me, that way you can start typing a little bit. So tonight I am going to karaoke. Karaoke. Going to be singing. All right, and then tomorrow I am going hiking. If there's any Spanish person on that's from around Seville, do you know the Caminito del Rey? I'm doing that. It should be really fun. All right, so if I buy gifts for my girl, she will be happy. You're going to practice. You're going to practice. Okay, good. A welcoming party. Ooh, to the beach in Thailand. Oh, take me with you, please. Take me with you. All right, so one of you guys asked when I would be live again. Just the same as, well, it's becoming a thing. I'm going to try to be live every Saturday at this time, at 2:30, and do a live video. Hashem, football game. Ooh, nice. Cinema. Dunya, what are you watching at the cinema? Yes, you can say, what are you up to this weekend? Absolutely, Khalid. Thank you, Hamza. You know this place, Koke? I heard it was really, really cool. Luckily, I don't have vertigo, but I heard that if you're a bit scared of heights, it can be a bit scary. All right. Any other plans for the weekend, guys? Oh, that's a difficult question, Ashur. I don't think I have a favorite country, because every country is a little bit different, but I might like a country for something and I might like another one for a different thing. For example, to live, I think I'm pretty happy with Spain, but for food, I much prefer France. Ooh, you have a syntax assignment. Ooh. If you have a chance, you'll take me there. Yes! So, I assume, so it's Khalid with the H, you have to pronounce the H then, right? All right, good. So guys, also, I just wanted to let you know, next Monday at, I can't remember what time, Aspired H, okay. So Monday, I can't remember exactly, I need to check again, but I believe it's at 8:30. I will do a live on Instagram, and again, it's going to be a fun, interactive lesson, more focused on activity, on a specific activity with antonyms and synonyms. So I think you guys should make sure you're live or online to watch the video, because it'll be really useful with a lot of antonyms and synonyms. So Khalid, right? Okay, so, well, Hamza, I think if you go on my Instagram on Monday, it won't really be focused on grammar. And antonyms and synonyms are not grammar. They are more vocabulary. But of course, this is not going to be the main focus. I'm going to be live with another teacher. So you'll see us exchange and discuss, speak. So that way you see how it goes both ways. Okay, guys? And a lot of you have been asking me about Facebook Lives. It's going to happen very soon, okay? All right, guys. Am I still learning English? Every single day. I will never stop, because even your own language, you can't know everything about one particular language. It's physically impossible. So you have to be constantly looking for new knowledge. And so of course, I'm always learning. And to teach you guys, I also have to learn some things beforehand. So absolutely, keep on learning. You would like a lesson on listening? Well, I'm actually going to, well, I can't tell you yet, but there's a little secret project coming up where I think I'm going to focus on listening. So this should come in handy. What else? What else? More live videos like this. Okay, absolutely, guys. I will do a lot more of those if I can. Exactly. Alright, guys. So, of course, I would do more live videos if I could, but keep in mind that I also work for an academy too, actually. So I have a lot of classes to teach, and I also have to, you know, keep my little English page producing things. So that's why I am not doing more lives at the moment. So I hope you understand. Alright, guys, we've passed 1 hour live. So I'm going to go. Can you speak with a British accent? I can try. I think anyways that in general my accent is a bit of a mix of English and, well, British English and American English, because those are the two places where I studied English. But a funny fact, when I speak, I feel like the American comes out a bit more when I speak naturally, freely. But if I am reading a text, it's just the very strong British accent that comes through. It's very strange. All right. Can you tell me about a page on the internet when you can do listening with easy subjects? Well, whether or not you're doing the Trinity exam, you should check out the Trinity Pro website, where they have, I think it's about 10 listenings for B1 and 10 listenings for B2 with different topics. So you could check that out. Alright, guys, that's it. I need to get going. I have to prepare some materials for Monday's live on Instagram. Yes, Hashem, a lot of people say that, but Americans probably wouldn't say that I am American, because you can hear the British coming through sometimes. Alright. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've learned a lot through the lesson. I hope you had fun and that you enjoyed it. And that's it for today. So keep on learning, guys. And have a great weekend. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Keep on learning. Of course. Keep on learning. Always. Bye.